Guys, I want to talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers. So there's a lot to get into, and I don't even know where the to start. We didn't talk about them much during the season, mostly because I knew exactly how it was going to end. Turmoil, JB sucks, we didn't win the games we should have won, and here we are. So let's start with that, JB Bickerstaff. The Cavs are in a really weird spot. JB can win a handful of games, but he's proven that in crunch time and big games, he just can't get it done, especially in the playoffs. Now, he's done enough to save his job by going on insane win streaks in the middle of the year when it doesn't at all matter. And then his team decides to get healthy and he can't figure it out and everybody bumps heads and it just doesn't mesh. And I guess that'll take me to the players. So there's a lot of talk about with the big four: Mitchell, Garland, Mobley, and Allen. On paper, it looks great. 4 all-star caliber players. Let's start with the bigs. Defensively, they can mesh and play really well together. Offensively, one of them have to take a back seat. That ends up being Mobley because, well, he's kind of a he's still finding his NBA legs, his strength, he's still got to put on some weight, and it doesn't help when he has to take a back seat to Jarrett Allen. When one of them are out, the other one flourishes. And that leads me into the guards. Same thing with them, they can't coexist. They're both smaller guards who need the ball to win games. Mitchell is an amazing player, superstar player. It really stinks because Garland was on a great trajectory, but since Mitchell has come, he has regressed a lot. Not only have the numbers regressed, but he seems less confident. Sure, he's had some injuries, but at the same time, he just cedes to Mitchell, which he would. He's an amazing player, but it really is hurting his game and his development. So where the does that put the Cavs? The Cavs have pretty much everybody under contract other than Tristan Thompson, Marcus Morris, and that will work itself out. If they need to bring those cats in next year, if they're still playing, great, whatever. Otherwise, Okoro is a restricted free agent, and he plays really well in spurts, not a super offensive threat, but he is the Cavs' best wing defender. So he'll probably fetch an okay deal out in the market. I don't know if the Cavs are going to match, or maybe if there's some sort of sign and trade available for him. Thankfully, everybody else is under contract. But we did just talk about the guards. Mitchell has 1 year left on his deal, and then after that, he can opt into a player option. He is eligible for an extension, so this is kind of where it gets tricky. He's either going to sign the Supermax and stay in Cleveland or ask out, and we'll see what happens from there. If he is to say, it is rumored that Garland is going to ask out, which might not be the worst thing. It sucks because Garland is such a special player to Cleveland. He's our sweet little baby boy that we want to see flourish. Right now, it's just not happening. There have been rumors back and forth on what Mitchell's going to do, what the plan is. I don't think anybody really knows. He keeps the cards close to his vest, which I appreciate. There's been rumors all over the place, but I think he's done a pretty good job of keeping things quiet and focusing on the court. There was a report saying that, he was unhappy with Cleveland, unhappy with the teammates and work ethic, blah, blah, blah. He did say that was cap. I do respect that. He spoke out against that, but that doesn't mean he's sticking around. There have been conflicting reports, smoke screens everywhere, so I truly don't know what's going to happen with Mitchell. If he extends, then the Cavs are in a pretty good spot. They can move on from Garland, and they'll probably move on from Jarrett Allen as well. I think Mobley is the only one in this scenario who's pretty much untouchable. Of course, he's on his rookie contract. He was a finalist for Defensive Player of the Year last year. His ceiling is sky high. He just has to put it all together. There's a lot of questions about Jarrett Allen and his toughness, we'll say. I think he plays really, really hard. He's played through injuries before, but he refused to get an injection in his ribs. I don't blame the guy. See Tyrod Taylor. All those shots are really bad for you long term, but from a competitor and teammate standpoint, that's gotta rub some people the wrong way. Jarrett Allen is a casualty. Sure, he might 25, 26. He's not an old man. He's been consistent in the league for a long time and was actually having his best season, but he can't coexist with the young guy, so they're probably going to ship him out. There's all kinds of speculation. Who knows what the fuck's going to happen? The Heat, the Lakers, even the Pelicans, talking about potential Garland, Mitchell, Allen deals all over the place. None of them sound too spectacular for the Cavs, though. They can get pieces back. They do have other pieces to play with, Strus, the minivan, Merrill, and even Dean Wade, who I loathe. At the end of the day, in a perfect world, JB would be fired, Mitchell extends, Garland, Allen gets traded to the Lakers for LeBron and Anthony Davis, and everybody's happy. As for who would coach, I don't know. There aren't many options. It's probably going to end up being JB. He might be the best option available. I mean, who do we want? Do we want to terrify the fans with with a Sam Cassell or a Chris Quinn. I don't want to be seeing that on the sidelines every day. Let me know what you guys think, what the best trade packages look like, and what you think is going to happen.